for years, I would just hide in the bush. And I would just, when people would go, I would just say,
good.
come to my show. And they'd look around, and then they'd finally see me in the bush screaming.
It's like,
Unfortunately, it became a big thing, and then people wanted to get in the bush with me, and they were trampling on landscape, and then they got rid of the bush.
All right, you guys. My name is Daniel Nardicio.
and I'm Adam Klesh.
And you're listening to Trigger Warning. We're putting the Y in DIY today. You like that?
That was all right.
Because these guys, these numbnuts here, are have literally set up this whole studio.
I love the man in the face fuck mask by Adidas calls me a numbnut.
It's my sneaker mask. So I bought this sneaker mask.
Can you tell if a nut's numb when you're wearing that mask?
You know, numbnuts, exactly. They are when I'm finished with them.
Oh,
no, I think
Jesus.
this always makes me think of our ex-security guard. We eventually got rid of him, Dave. Do you remember me, Dave?
Yeah, I fired him last week.
No. This was years ago, Dave. He showed up again.
Came back.
Oh, yeah.
And I refired him.
And you would walk by him and you'd go, "Can I suck you dry?"
Oh.
As you'd walk by him, he'd say that to you all the time, and it always made me laugh. So I got the sneaker mask in honor of Dave, who's now unemployed, I guess. So I guess I'll let him. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but I love this. Do you like this?
There's something very like upside down Stranger Things goes to the gym.
It reminds me of years ago, I started this social media site called D-List. D-List.com.
You actually did that on beat. It's perfect.
D-List.com. And I'll never forget one of the guys that joined it, wrote me an email, and he goes, "I'm in Amsterdam, and you remind me of me. I am also an old party goat."
I will give away a free trip to Fire Island if any listener and or watcher can guess which 4 accents you went in and out of there.
An old party goat. No, I know that was a little bit. Yeah, that was a mixture of a lot of them.
I know alta goat.
I'm an alta party goat. No, it's very bizarre, but I can't wear this that long, but I do love wearing it. I love walking.
You can't even tell your laptop's about to go to sleep.
We're at the Ice Palace, and I love walking in there with this on, and the staff is like mortified.
I'm mortified.
Can I suck you dry? Oh my God. And then the answer's always, I was literally going for any button that'll work.
You're such a
right,
mess.
I'm probably going to take this off now, but whoa, there we go.
Oh, there
God,
you are.
there
Oh, God, I didn't know who was sucking my dick.
Oh, God.
Man.
There was, you never know who's sucking. I've seen some of the
I
trade.
do now, though. I mean, I have to do some repairs up in the Ice Palace. Our dark room is not so dark.
I know. We have a dark room?
No. We have a meet and greet section.
Don't talk about it.
We have a meet and greet section.
We have a meet and greet section, exactly, where we do where our guests.
Well, there's normally like a lady of the evening, like with a
busted laying out on the sofa. I'm really this has been a really interesting month. You're not much of a TV watcher.
I watch good TV.
The Comeback.
Oh, amazing.
But did you watch the last season?
The one that's because they're like a decade apart. So the most
the
recent
final
season. Yeah. I'm episode 2.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of this season. I think it doesn't work for me.
You know what I am a fan of? Talk about latest seasons. Fucking Hacks.
Literally,
why are you all over my control board today?
No, because I had planned it because the Comeback and Hacks. I said
okay.
Those are the 2 new shows that come back after a big
Lori
break.
fucking
Metcalf.
My God.
As Weed.
Lori, if you're a watcher or the listener,
I'll suck her dry. I'll suck her dry.
Well, now we're never going to get her. No, she's never coming. I'm trying to give her a nice invitation to come on the podcast.
I would love Lori Metcalf.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
When Weed comes back, Weed's her character on the show. When Weed comes back, and when they go to like not Madison Square Garden, no, they went to the Central Park.
Central Park, yes, yeah.
And Weed walks into the thing. As she's walking over, the face that she makes is like she makes this crazy fucking. She's so in character. She really is one of the greatest actors.
So she's like, actresses. Deborah, after you let me go, it was a dark couple of years.
I actually want to watch it again just to see her.
She takes the whole thing.
She really does steal it. Yes, she stole that. I mean, that last episode of Hacks, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best last episodes of television in years. Comeback, I'm sorry, I love Lisa Kudrow. But that whole Dan Bukatinsky sideline thing, which he's in everything cool. He's also in Hacks, but like I didn't understand the whole thing about him like wanting to be famous all of a sudden. So I just
Are you watching the new Dan Levy thing?
I watched it.
What's it called? Because Laurie Metcalf's in it as well.
She plays. Yeah, totally. He is abducted by the
can't
mob, and they have to like.
Yeah, he's a priest. I can't remember the name of it. Oh God, you know me. Anywho, she plays this self-absorbed mom who's a politician.
Yeah,
and she's genius in that.
She's great. Laurie Metcalf.
If you're not a Laurie Metcalf fan, you're shit.
But I will say this, and this is very perspicacious of me.
Is that your word this week?
Might as well be. Perspicacious is like seeing forward. Years ago, I remember seeing her in something and being like, that woman is going to be known as one of the greatest actresses.
Was it Roseanne?
Ever. No, I mean, she was good in Roseanne, but I saw her something after Roseanne. Kind of like when you saw Jean Smart and you saw her career, you started to go, wait a minute.
Girl, I was not alive when I saw Jean Smart building her career. That's a you thing.
Well... Yeah, but Designing Women's always in reruns. So you're going to see it at some point. It's not a good show. I mean,
I was like 11.
Yeah, when I was 11-year-old, I was watching Bewitched.
Yeah, in black and white television.
Yeah, it is true, actually.
I know.
But anyway, it was very perspicacious of me because I would say, you know what that means to seeing forward. Yeah,
I do now.
But anyway, we're here on Fire Island. Girl,
it's been a week.
The scene of the crime. Last week was Taylor, our business partner's wedding.
Girl.
And everyone was titty litty. It was like lit to the fucking tits.
It was one of the messiest wedding receptions I've ever seen. Not in the sense of like, it was put together, there was all this other stuff, but like everyone decided that like, oh, it's Taylor's wedding. Let's get shit canned.
It was crazy. And it was chaos.
People were on like sleeping pills and weed and wine. And I mean, I said to Taylor at like, I think it might have been like 12:15 in the afternoon, and guests were arriving at like 1:30 or 2. And I was like, hey girl, looked at the weather report. It's going to exceed 35 miles per hour wind. We might want to move this inside. He goes, no, it's happening outside. It's going to be great. Whatever. Girl, it was like in the middle of a hurricane. People were wearing bed sheets and quilts.
These poor girls were in dresses, and I was wearing a suit, and my knuckles were so cold I had to go inside at some point. It was crazy that that's Taylor, though, for you. He loves chaos. It was chaos.
Oh, it was the most Taylor Schubert wedding in the world. It was chaos.
But it was great once we got inside.
It was.
What was my favorite moment?
Sam's reprisal
of hold on.
Actually, you know what, Josh, can we cut to a video right now?
We have a video of it. He's going to play it for us, and while we're chatting here, because
all right, so we're about to watch Sam at Taylor's wedding.
Sam gives Elaine, what's her last name from Seinfeld? What
Bennis.
Is that? Elaine Bennis. That's Sam's dance moves when he
does
dances.
little kicks.
When he gets drunk, he does that little foot thing where she's trying to walk and she can't walk out of the. Yeah.
Exactly. This is his reprisal of his own wedding at Taylor Schubert.
And he does a lot of pointing at people, like, you better hold on.
If you've ever seen like a good 80s rock band not sweeping the whole crowd. Ooh.
But he looks good and youthful right before there's this old troll that walks into the camera.
Is it me?
I don't know why that song now has become the official wedding song.
Sam gave you Turnabout.
Totally. He was giving you that like that forceful like finger pointing at people like, you better hold on. You better hold on.
He was a donut shy of Carney.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
I mean, he was right there.
So, and then after that, it was like, Dina Martina. There was so many different things that went on. But then, Dina was the week before. But then now we're heading into tonight. Our guest, who's coming up in just a little while, is going to be performing, which is great. We get to capture him for a few minutes to talk about what triggers them. I'm so excited. We have so many shows coming up at the Ice Palace.
We really do.
Just 2 weeks, we have Ultra Nate and Anaya Day with Bill Coleman.
And Shaquita.
Yeah, and Shaquita.
For Juneteenth.
Alaska.
What should be the real celebration of this country. You know,
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
everyone was free.
Absolutely.
You know, July 4th is horse shit, but we're going to have a wrestling match on the front lawn of the White House
very
to
weird.
celebrate 250 years as a nation. Let's have a bunch of fucking ogres beat the shit out of each other.
I pay
It
so
is,
little attention
like,
now.
It literally, there was this meme that I posted, and it was like, what a meth house looks like. And it was just the White House with the rubble of the ballroom.
totally. It's crazy.
And like a trampoline porch in front. And it
Girl,
was like,
I know from-
okay, yeah.
I know from meth houses, and you know why, right?
Because you found meth in your house.
I found meth in my house. Yeah, I was away. I went to New Orleans last week to sell my apartment, and I had a friend who's got a problem, drug problem, stay in my apartment. I had to ask for the key back because I found a bag of meth.
I think we just think it's a problem. I think he's doing all right with it.
Sure, he still has some teeth.
He's doing all. They're all fighting to be first.
He has some teeth. No, he's a good-looking kid still, but I'm telling you, man, he's not. It's not going to last. It's not going to end well. And I had to be like, get out. You got to go. I can't have this shit in my life anymore. Like, it
And
was
I
just
love
too
when you
much.
told me, you're like, listen, it's okay. I'm gonna let stay in my house. And I told him, like, you can't have anyone over. You can't do drugs in the house. And I looked you dead in the eye, and I was like, sure, girl.
Girl, it was a mess
ahead,
up in there.
Babs.
It was a mess up in
Of
there when I
course
got
it
there. I came
was.
back from New Orleans and I was like, and then Taylor's wedding, went straight to Taylor's wedding, and then I went home and I was like, finally, you can get in my apartment. And then I walked in and I was like, oh my God, never again. I'm learning to say no in my 50s. The tail
All right, you said it.
tail end of my
You
50s.
said it.
But speaking of traveling, what's happening next week? We both go to Zipolite.
Zipolite.
Very excited about that. We're going back down to Zipolite for just a couple days, which is so thrilling.
Yeah, like 60 hours.
And we're going to go to Cheese May and
Wag
go,
our dicks around. We're
and-
going to go to our Cheers of Mexico.
But they now have a cold plunge, where they put like 20 bags of ice in water in a pool because
so
it's
they'll
so
both
fucking
look
hot.
like this.
They're going to shrink to that.
I thought this was 9 inches.
No, I'm excited about it. I'm excited, but Cheese May's not closed Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to figure out when we can go.
Oh, we'll just climb the fence.
Yeah, we'll just climb the fence. Exactly. We don't really care if anyone else is there anyway.
Give me that leftover bag of meth. I'm getting in. Who wants to have a naked party?
Oh my God. Well, we're going to be back in just a few moments. We have coming up in just about 10, 15 minutes. We have the incredible Varla Jean Merman.
Yeah, she's doing her show tonight.
She's doing her show tonight. It's called the Drowsy Chappell Roan. The Drowsy
Nailed
Chappell Roan.
it.
Yeah, totally.
Nailed
That was
it.
so great.
Nailed
right?
it.
Woo. All right, we'll be right back in just a moment. Can you imagine? No, but anyway, that's basically my life in a nutshell. We just get ready for fight. Finally, last night, I felt like the underwear party clicked.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is going to be part of my trigger.
After 25 long years, the underwear party
this
finally
season.
clicked.
It's been so cold.
Yeah, it's been. You know what I noticed? I was looking at. It's funny because I do this weird stuff that the rest of our business partners don't do. Is I look at like the numbers, and then I look at like the weather, and then I look at like the temperature and the precipitation. And you want to know something funny? We fucking smashed it at the Ice Palace last May, and it was pissing rain. But you know what? It was always over like 60 degrees. It was always like warm-ish
It was
and raining.
cold. It's been cold.
Those fucking faggots, I love them, but shitty faggots, as Sophia would say. They won't come out in the cold.
I don't blame them though.
They won't come out in the
I
cold.
don't blame them though. It's like it's cold. Why would you want to get why would you think about getting your underwear when it's like 55 degrees outside? You wouldn't think. I wouldn't think.
Because I want more stories at 80 than regrets. I'm always thinking about getting into my underwear and smashing myself into a room of men.
But I always think like, well, yeah, but they also think, well, no one's going to go, so why would I go? But I just sort of think like,
Do you think anyone on Fire Island actually thinks no one's going to go to the underwear party? They think no one's going to go to the underwear party ripoff at Pavilion.
oh, that's right, they're doing a ripoff again.
Somebody asked me,
It's
they're
so
like,
pathetic.
so what do you think bare minimum suggests? And I was like, what's to be expected?
or attendance.
Yeah, exactly. The bare minimum.
The attendance.
It was like this guy with his pants pulled down showing like a thongy
a horrible
underwear
name.
called bare minimum.
It's a
And they're like,
horrible-
what's this about? And I was like,
Terrible name.
to be expected.
They're just so uncreative, which is going to be my trigger. So I don't want to give it away too much right now because that's basic. Or did we just do our triggers
I
right
have
now?
so much to talk about on triggers. No, it's fine. You're actually getting like an original season 1 episode of you and I just like
Shooting the shit.
bitching and shooting the shit, which we were told by, we've got one listener, one watcher, and we have a reviewer.
Well, I have a couple watchers.
You have a couple watchers? Is that why there's shitty gingham over the windows?
This little apartment is a total dump.
We have turned this storage unit out.
Yeah, no, totally. This is a little
Look at
secret.
St. B. Arthur.
It's a little secret apartment in the back of the Ice Palace that nobody knows about. I've been here 20 years before I knew about this apartment.
I need more fingers and toes to count on how many people actually know about it, because I've come a knocking and you're like, just a minute.
You know, they find out about it, but usually I blindfold them or I put them in might put them in my sneaker mask and I walk them here. I said,
Don't put it on.
It's a real surprise. It's a real surprise. A hard stomach and a noodle dick.
I've mixed up my shots again, but please enter.
You cover everything, all the
Just
lamps,
handkerchiefs on all the
handkerchiefs on
lights.
everything. Yeah, exactly. Come on, I mixed up
There's
my
like a Vitrola. You're
suck
winding a Vitrola.
Can I suck you dry? I know, it's so gross. It's so gross.
That's like, I still have his babies in me.
Oh, that is the worst thing that anyone can say. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I like men for a reason. And by the way, last night there were some real men's.
Girl.
There were some real men's last night at the end of our party. I was really impressed.
If you thought it was too cold last night or you're worried about the rain, like, just stay inside, become a nun, stay single forever. The tushies
yeah,
that
were
were
some really good classes.
Thompson.
Pro dumpers.
Oof, real pro
These
dumpers.
kids, I don't understand. Are they like
Squats.
Are they squats?
Squats.
Really?
Squats. Remember when you go to Mexico? Like, you don't do it now, but like in Mexico, oh, sorry. You take all your morning meetings like in a deep squat.
Yeah, they
These
totally.
kids are squatting.
They're squatting.
And the booties on the
I know,
boys
so it's right.
were banging.
I'm going to get back to that, though. That's sort of like what I'm going to be doing now for the next couple of months. I've decided I'm going to get back in it because I watched this
deep
YouTube
squat.
video in Isabelite when I was there, this guy who was talking about like your hips and stuff like that. And so he basically, you just get into a deep squat and you kind of like, because of balance, I have to like, do it by a table so I can hold on to it. And you just, because but you want to fall back because your heels,
don't want to break a hip.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you try it. Try it. It's not easy.
I don't think I could do it right now. Should I try it right now?
Yeah, totally.
I don't think I have enough room.
No, I don't think you do.
No, I don't have enough room.
We'll do it. We'll do it during the break.
I'm doing it
but
in my
you
mind.
do it, and you basically you have to or you put something under your heels.
Okay.
And you put something
No,
under
I've
your
seen
heels.
the one where there's like a board. And
Yeah,
you,
but
like,
I just
go
put
under
like a
your-
couple books. Books are these things. Wait, let me think for a second. Books are these things that people like. They reading is
Quasimodo, you are ugly.
What was it? Oh my God! Our guest today. Our guest today was on a podcast recently and told the most fucking crazy story where they were doing a tour with Sherry Vine, Jackie Beat, and Coco Peru, the two of whom have been on a podcast. One I will never have on this podcast.
Quasimodo.
No, that's Jackie Beat is Quasimodo.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No. Jackie Beat is Quasimodo. No,
Jackie Beat
No,
is
we've had
Quasimodo.
and Sherry, I know, right? And Patty LaPone's
Bones
here.
here?
Sherry is, we love Sherry. She's doing a show like the 16th and on at Red Eye, actually, Sherry, called Dirty Blonde. Love Sherry Vine. Coco Peru, loved her. Great podcast.
Love.
Anyway, our esteemed guest who's going to be on in just a couple moments, one of her numbers was as Quasimodo, and she said to the song, I think, Ring My Bell. And the lighting guy in this town at this theater they were doing it refused to do it because he said it was making fun of people who were Down syndrome people. And he actually quit the show because he refused to do it, thought it was ableist, as they say. But Quasimodo is a Disney character, and that is how far we've gone in this world of crazy.
Quasimodo is from a French novel way before Disney. Way before Disney.
That deserves a...
Yeah.
Because you just knew that deserves
Esmeralda and Quasimodo, and it's a talk about sanctuary and the troubles between the church and the French monarchy and whatnot. This is long ago.
I always forget you're smart. I really do. I always forget you're smart.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm correct on this, but it's actually from the Latin where it's like Quasimodo, so it's like partially abled, like motor.
Quasimodo. Yeah,
Quasimodo.
you're
Yeah.
partially motoring.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
mobile.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Well, that we figured out. We got to the bottom of that.
And Esmeralda is a Romanian who they call it gypsy, which Traeger, you're not allowed to anymore.
You can't say gypsy.
Anywho, but Disney made
can't
it
say
real
gypsy
cute.
anymore?
This mother, no, you can't say gypsy
Yeah,
anymore.
but Lady Gaga's song Gypsy.
You can say tinkerer.
Tinker?
Yeah, there's tinkers.
Did I ever tell you about that little person that worked in the Pines, Joey Novato, that really gross little guy? Did I ever tell you about that?
You may have mentioned him once or twice.
So years ago, there was this odious little creature. Sorry, that's my camera. Hi, guys. There was, can I suck you dry? No, there was this odious little creature
adult.
who worked in the Pines named Joey N. Let's just call him that as if we're an AA. Joey N.
Josh is going to quit doing the lighting or enable us.
He was an awful person, and he was awful. He was a nasty little creature. But anyway, yet I digress. And all of a sudden, I put something on Facebook, and he kind of came for me. And I wrote, "Shouldn't you be up in a tree making cookies?"
Keebler Elf's the real fudge cracker.
And then he was like, blah, 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 but you can't talk to me. I'm like, at the entertainment director of the Pines. I said, what do? You go down to the harbor and tell PJ when the plane's coming in? The plane. It was awful. It was not my finest moment. I'm going to admit it was not my finest moment, but the show is called Trigger Warning. So if this bothers you, please call a professional.
Yeah, you know what? We're in
Better help.
We're in I don't know where we are. We're lost in somewhere like season 3.5. And you know what? I'm starting to be okay with this show triggering people.
Yeah, totally. And then so far, it's not really bothering anyone.
Because you know what I know?
Because there's one listener.
I know we're good. I know we're good people. I know we're doing good things for our community. I know our producer's a good person. And so when we get pissed off about something, you're probably shitty.
But also, I'm telling these stories
But
now.
on top of.
I'm at this point in my life where I'm telling these stories and I'm sometimes explaining they were not my proudest moments. Okay, making fun of a little person is not a good thing. But the moral of the story is that little Keebler elf wrote. Then I started making all these jokes like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be punching down, and then I just went off on this funny little riff. It was very funny. It was very inappropriate. And then he reported me to some organization for little people because in some ways, I guess he thought I was like, be a role. They wrote me and said, as a
The porg
role
police?
model.
Did he report you to the porg police?
Yes, that was the part of the story I was
The
about to
people
tell.
of restricted growth.
And that's
police,
when they
right?
told me that it was no longer called little people, but it is now called people of restricted growth. And I'm willing to accept that, although I really do want to make a little person
There's
Porgy
just
and Bess called Porg and Bess. Just like little people Porg and Bess.
Porg and belittled.
He ended up, the last I heard of that little annoying character, he was in L.A. with Aaron Schock.
You should call it porg and less.
Leave the jokes to me. What about pork and beans? That would be like a cute little duo like cop show, Porg and Beans. Like his name, he's Porg and he's a little guy, and she's Beans and she has gas, and they are together. They fight crime. I don't know. I'm just thinking it through here. I'm
just looking at the rails we've gone off of.
The rails you've been doing, that fucking. Yeah, anyway. All right, you guys, you've eviscerated 45 minutes of your life listening to this bullshit.
You know what? It's been 3.5 seasons where Josh hasn't cut a single thing out.
I know, even though
we're
we
gonna
asked
put
him
him
to.
through the ringer.
Even though we asked him to. All right.
Josh will actually fix half of this in post.
So let's go get our guests. I'm so excited about her. I'm so excited about her. I actually wrote an intro.
Did you?
I wrote an intro. Well, ChatGPT. No, I didn't. I wrote an intro. We'll be back in just a few moments with Varla Jean Merman.
Yeah, they can't wait for it. Don't touch my board.
Our guest today survived show business, bad wigs, questionable cocktails, several economic recessions, Hurricane Katrina, and countless standing ovations. She's one of the funniest performers on the planet and proof that glamour is mostly confidence and good lighting. Please welcome, truly, the one and only Varla Jean Merman.
Oh my God, you guys, thank you for having me. I have no idea where we are.
You're in the storage unit known as Trigger
It's right
Warning.
behind the dumpster. It's like
We're in my little
sleeping here.
apartment. It's like the secret apartment in the Ice Palace. I literally
wonderful.
live in a nightclub.
And it's blood red. I wonder why you painted it that color.
Jungle
Maybe
red.
The cover.
Dina called it fill in the blank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
My colleague, Dina Martina. She's a colleague.
yeah.
How long
Actually,
have you known Dina?
I've known Dina since she first started coming to Provincetown. I'd never heard of her before. And she came, she was a West Coast lady. And she came, I think, in like 2002 or 2003. But now I put on my makeup and Dina does her show. I know every single word of Dina Martina's show. In fact, some nights she'll forget a line and I'll tell her, "You forgot the line about," when she comes off stage. I do it all the time.
Now, you
bet
have that
she
funny
loves it.
video that you made of you guys backstage, which is so
Yes,
fucking
yes.
funny. I'm going to maybe get a copy of it. We can put it on our
Oh,
visual
yeah, I'll
podcast.
give you a copy. Yeah.
It's so funny. It made me laugh
Well,
so
you know,
hard. I only saw
I've
part
known
of it.
Dina so well that Dina is a little picky. And so I thought,
yeah,
but
that's
I
way
knew her
fun.
so well that she just looked at it and said yes. And then it's so amazing. And I love it because it looks like everything Dina would do, even though I wrote it. But it's Dina Martina. I know Dina Martina. So it's so funny.
Now,
So you met in Provincetown. Did you meet on that famous Baby Dyke weekend?
that she talks about
No.
the menace of dykes.
Oh, where I saw something that happened to Dina Martina, which was terrible. She had on this spacesuit. Did she tell you that story?
No.
She had on a spacesuit, and she used to bark. She doesn't bark anymore. I haven't in decades. But she would bark for a show, and she came out in this giant, astronaut, but
Yeah.
Like with the visor down?
Well, no, it was just a big,
The big
giant
bubble.
bubble.
Yeah.
And some queen came out and smashed it on her head in front of everyone laughing. And I looked at Dina, and it was like, it was just terrible.
that's
It was
pretty
like in The Little Rascals when the mother, when the screen comes up and takes off her dress. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Little Rascals.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, what a relevant
Yeah, what a
reference.
modern reference.
Oh, before color TV. I know. But she looked so sad. And we've often talked about that because it was very upsetting to her. Because to see Dina sad is just not a good thing.
very
It's
much so.
very upsetting.
Very upsetting,
Or when
yeah.
Dina gets angry.
I've been
Have
there.
you ever heard Dina get angry?
Been there.
Oh,
yeah.
my
We've worked
God.
together for about 12 years.
It's
yes, I've
like
seen
that
it.
moment in Misery when you realize that what's her name, Kathy Bates, is like really fucked up.
But it only is worse if you see her horny.
Oh,
When she's cranking one off and she makes you watch, that's really intense for me.
my God. I'm gonna need something to sleep.
Now, one of my favorite barking, by the way, for our viewers who aren't in the business,
Yes.
is when you have to go out and hand out flowers in Provincetown for the newbie queens. They make them do that. One of my favorite barking stories was about you because you used to hide behind the bushes and people would go and you'd just go, "Come to my show."
Yeah, I would, because people are handing you flyers and nobody wants them. So I would just stand in the
Like
bushes
down at the Dick
for
Dock.
years. Yeah, for years I would just hide in the bush, and I would just when people would go, I would just say,
good.
"Come to my show," and they'd look around, and then they'd finally see me in the bush screaming.
It's like,
Unfortunately, it became a big thing, and then people wanted to get in the bush with me, and they were trampling on landscape, and then they got rid of the bush.
That's what she told me. Yeah, Dina
For a
told me.
while, though, I used to also I would be like I was doing a tea party. So I'd have a little tea party set up, like a little girl's tea party, but I would be face down, and my manager, Brian, would say, "She's getting her rest before the show." I would be face down.
With just
at
a flyer
tea
up like
party.
this.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Now let's bring you to Fire. We're talking about Fire Island because we are on Fire Island. I asked your assistant Brian. You've done Fire Island before? You've done the Ice
I've
Palace?
never ever performed here. I filmed a video here for one time when I was doing plays in New York with Tweed Theater Company, and we did it was a version of Suddenly Last Summer, and so we filmed a video here on the beach.
I
but that's
love
the only
Suddenly Last
oh,
Summer.
Me too.
And I love Tweed. I love Kevin
Oh
Maloney.
yeah, amazing. So that was the first time I was here, and in fact, Jeff Whitty. Who who wrote the book for Avenue Q, played Sebastian. So it was just me in front of his bulge.
Was Liz Taylor in the film version of Suddenly Last Summer?
Yes.
And the gay on the rocks.
He used to go-go dance for me, and I have a really
Liz Taylor?
No, Jeff Whitty, and I have a very lurid story I can tell you about him.
Oh my God! I want to. But did you know? Since you have a lot of New Orleans history, the entire Suddenly Last Summer there was a house behind the Bolton Funeral Home, which is now a Whole Foods, a Fresh Market. But the Bolton
they
Funeral
all?
Home, that was Bolton Funeral Home.
Robersons or Roberts.
Robert, I think it's called. Yeah, it's Robert's there or Fresh Market, but there's a house behind there that has the greenhouse where the entire because Tennessee Williams used to stay there with the Bolton family, and he stayed with them. But then he wrote Suddenly Last Summer, which was about their family. So he was never welcome back.
Oh wow, very
Heard it here
Truman
first.
Capote. Very Truman Capote of him. So tonight, from another thing Brian told me, your assistant, is tonight is the last time you're performing this show. Is that correct?
The very last time.
And the show is called?
It's called the Drowsy Chappell Roan. And the whole
So
thing
good.
is about that I kind of got obsessed with Chappell Roan after the presidential election because I wanted light and fluffy. And the weirdest thing, I always say a show chooses me because I never know what I'm going to do. And suddenly I'd start writing a show and then it all makes sense why I wrote it. Now, in November, right after the election, I was in Starbucks in Wilton Manners, Florida. And I was is there another? Wilton Manners,
God,
North
I hope
Dakota.
not.
And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Chappell in my headset. I'm thinking the Drowsy Chappell Roan. That's a funny title, but I can't really do this. No one's going to know that title, the reference. Just like the Little Rascals.
Well,
And,
I'm obsessed with the Drowsy Chaperone, the show.
Yes,
I'm
me
obsessed
too.
with
I
the
have
Little
a hint of
Rascals.
that. So I'm there and I'm waiting for my beverage, and there's a guy in a kilt at 1:00 in the afternoon in Wilton Manners, and I hear him say to the barista, "Oh, my niece is doing a Christmas special with Sabrina Carpenter on Friday." And I knew that Chappell Roan was doing that. And I'd heard that Chappell Roan had a gay uncle who lived in Wilton Manners, who's a flight attendant. Did I mention he was gay? And
And
didn't
obviously
need to.
in the
and
leather.
I say to him, "Oh my God, I'm listening to your niece right now. I'm a big fan." And he says to me, "She's a big fan of yours." And I was like,
What?
And he recognized me, but it turns out that when Chappell was a little girl, he would show her my old videos on YouTube. It was her uncle. So I'm a groomer. That's the point of the story.
Wow,
And it
you
feels
heard it
so
here.
good. It feels
First,
so
exactly.
Was
To
he
be
showing
groomed.
her
I'm
girls
looking
will,
for children
Was
right
he
now.
showing her girls will be girls?
I hope not. No. No, he showed her like old videos of mine. So she, she's obviously ripped my entire act off, and that's really the point
It
of the
shows.
show.
It
Yeah.
shows. It shows.
She's
Shame
had
on
better
you,
luck.
Chappell Roan.
She's had better
Get
luck
your own
with it.
gig.
So I have not seen you perform in years. I actually remember I was so excited. I was in New Orleans. I just sold my apartment last week, but I was down there and I saw that you're doing a show at like Maggie's or Mags.
Oh yes, Mags.
Mags on Elysian. I think it was on
Yeah,
Elysian.
yeah,
Is that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I went over to Mags and I was so excited to see it. It was a really fun, cool, very New Orleans, like always
Yes.
lounge. There are
I
places
used to
there.
try out material there, so whatever it was, it got better.
It was your comedy cellar.
It was really fun.
Mags was your comedy cellar.
Yeah, totally.
It was.
No, it was
yes.
a really fun show, and
Yeah.
I've unfortunately because you do Provincetown, I don't really get to see you. I don't,
Right.
you know.
Well, that's why I
you're not
haven't been to
doing
Fire Island in 30 years because I was here in 1993 or 94 to film that video, and I've never been back because I'm always in Provincetown.
Do you
all the
enjoy
summer.
Provincetown?
I really do. I love
Yeah.
it. I mean, I also love to leave, but I love it for those months. I think the people there are amazing. The tourists are unbelievable. I make a decent salary, and it's fun. I mean, I love being there. But I do by September, I'm ready to go. I'm not one of those people who wants to go to Provincetown in the middle of winter and be like The Shining. It's not.
There's
my,
so
it's
many
But
of
it's
them.
like, yeah,
I
that's like
know.
There's
like
so,
they're-
it's not,
and they all do meth.
They become different people.
Yeah, no, totally. It's very
It's
Blair
like
Witch Project.
Well, it's like the American Horror Story where
Yeah,
they're all
totally.
taking like the black pill to
You
be
have
great writers.
It's really like Jack Nicholson. Like you're either gonna, you got to be careful you don't become Jack.
What was it?
Nicholson.
The Clearview Hotel? Was that it?
I think
in The Shining.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, I have a funny story because many years ago now, I was living in New Orleans. I had a house on Franklin, and I'll never forget this. Someone came up to the house and knocked on the door, and I came in. They were like,
That was the one you lost in Katrina, right?
Yes, that's the one I lost in Katrina.
loved
Yeah, that was a
Oh, I love
fucking
Franklin's
great
house.
house.
So great.
And someone came up and they wanted me to sign a petition, and I looked at the petition and like three places away, like around the corner was your name.
Yes,
you
yes,
lived
yes.
around the corner.
I
was
live
at
on
Franklin.
Rampart in St. Roch.
Yeah, I was at Franklin, right by almost at St. Roch,
Yes.
or at
Such a
Rampart.
great city.
Yeah, it was a great city. It still is a great city. Unfortunately, I'm now in Mexico, so I'm building stuff in Mexico. So I had to
that's
give up the place.
amazing.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's just getting hot. I keep going hotter and hotter and hotter. I mean, it's like
Hell's next.
Nana
Hell's next.
refuses to put a shawl on. She just goes into hotter climates.
But you're now not in New Orleans. You're in Wilton Manners.
I have a house, the same house in New Orleans, and I had these tenants who were so amazing, and I didn't raise the rent because one was a school teacher and one was a social worker for the city. So
Good for you.
7 years. Well, here's the bad part. They finally left and they trashed my house. Thank God I had cleaning supplies underneath the sink that I just gave them, and they literally everything I had under there was still there.
It still had like the heat sealed wrapper on the top.
Fried stuff in lard every night. The entire house was covered with grease. And thank God they never cleaned the shower because they both were dyeing their hair black like every week. And there was so much soap scum, it didn't get into the marble. Thank God.
Oh, my God.
I was like
my God.
using a credit card.
I hate being a landlord.
No, it's awful. I had a friend who had a place in New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
and and the people that rented the apartment, they just kept throwing the dirty diapers in one room, and eventually it just the floor just fell onto the apartment below because of the dirty diapers.
The
like
weight of diaper poo.
And the fucking children.
like Grey
the moral
Gardens.
of that story is children suck. Don't have kids.
Yeah, don't have kids. Yeah. We've said it here many times, and
my
we'll say
God,
it again.
yeah,
Don't have kids.
I like dogs.
So you drove here from Provincetown, and now you're going back tomorrow.
I'm going back. I could go to Europe.
It's a 10-hour drive,
It's
isn't
crazy, and it's so many different forms of transportation. But I'm going back. I'm
Wait,
so
do you
glad
like
I came
ferry
here.
from
It's so
Boston?
beautiful. It just so happens that I have a really good friend in Wilton Manners who is the head of the firehouse here, and so he was going to say, I have all these
Arthur?
friends.
Is it Arthur?
His name is Rich,
yeah.
and so he said, I have all these friends who are going to come to your show, and then it turns out the one event they have is the same night of my show.
Oh, the fire department dinner is
Yes,
tonight. Yeah, totally.
Night. So they're not coming.
That's
Yeah, but that should wrap by
But I
showtime.
love
That's a
it.
shitty
I
excuse.
love it. I love it here.
It's a
I
great,
do.
it's a really great place.
I love it. I love
And
it.
I have the same problem though with Provincetown. I don't go that often because it's like a train, a plane, an automobile. And I've John Waters, who's a big
Yes.
Provincetonian.
He's a colleague.
Yes, and but to get him is a lot easier because, he fly. I found this out when I went to buy his plane ticket. You can fly from Provincetown to Islip, which is like right here, for $555. What? I know, it's crazy. The flight, and John was like, no, because they didn't have first class on one of the legs.
It's in
There's
an airplane?
4 seats,
That you
girl.
fly the Provincetown, Provincetown Air, Cape Air to
Cape Air.
Yeah.
Boston,
Cape
and
Air,
then
yeah.
you fly from that to Islip, and it was $550. And I was so excited because normally when I buy John's tickets, it's like it's a lot. And then he's got to go to JFK and get a car, and I was like, this is great, but they were like, no. So anyway, but if just in the future, you should look into that because it's actually really it's such a quick flight. It's 4 hours,
And he'll pay.
and yeah,
You'll pay.
I'll just pay. I pay for everything. I'm paying for you. Anyway, I'm so excited about the show tonight. Can I suck you dry? I'm so
need an
excited about the show
adult.
tonight.
I need help.
I know you have to get ready. We have to go soon, but
I have to put my
What do you mean
face
she's
on.
got to get ready? What are you, what are you talking? It's like when you said to Dina,
This is my daytime
is the
look."
best thing that's happened to me this week.
but I thought this was just your day beat. No,
No.
I want to quickly tell us. I told the story before you came in. Adam and I were talking the Quasimodo story, where the kid refused to do the lights, or the tech person.
Yes. Well, and didn't you produce that Alan Cumming, Liza at Town Hall? Okay. So I was doing, it's funny, this is about you. I was doing a show about all Disney stuff, and I thought I want to do Quasimodo. So I'm with Ryan Landry's husband, Scott. We go to see Liza and Alan Cumming, and she goes, dun, 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 and I feel Scott poking me. And I was like, oh my God, Ring Them Bells would be amazing as Quasimodo. You gotta ring them bells. Anyway, so, and I told the story of Quasimodo, but when we did the show in San Francisco, and
It's always San Francisco.
I know, and I hate to say, sometimes woke is not good.
Right, 100%.
Welcome to
just
trigger
go
warning.
too
Right.
far. And so then the kid who was running the show, I was with Jackie Beat, Sherry Vine, and Coco, and I'm the one that's offensive because I'm. Yeah, he
Sherry Vine's
refused to
like,
do the
poop,
show
poop, poop.
because I was making fun of Down syndrome people as Quasimodo. Now look, it was unbelievable. So yeah, it's a classic piece of literature. And yes, in the movies, Quasimodo, if you did not know, maybe you would think that I was making fun of handicapped people. I wasn't. I was doing classic literature.
As I said, it's a
was
famous French
grandfathered in.
novel. It was a famous French novel.
Yeah.
Grandfathered
Anyway,
in.
he
Speaking of
refused to
Jackie
do the
Beat.
show, so I had to cut the number because we couldn't find another sound person. So I had to cut the number,
That is so crazy.
and it's a great number. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
number.
Well, if you're the sound and light person listening to this, you're too woke. Fuck off.
Yeah, totally.
And wait
right.
a minute. why does a sound person say, I decide what's in the show?
Yeah, thank you. Thank
It
you.
was unbelievable. But our hands were tied. There was no one else to work. I said, you know what, I'll just cut the number because what are we going to do?
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We'll cut Jackie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jackie's sort of a joke here.
Jackie did just get cut.
Yeah,
Is that a joke?
Oh, something happened to her, right? Yeah.
Her calf was ripped off. She went down an escalator and there was she's going to make money off this like she made it off her hip.
She made it off. I know, right? Get ready for the
God.
GoFundMe.
I was just going to say, here's another
GoFundMe from Jackie.
Here's another Jackie Beat GoFundMe.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get money for the drag queens GoFundMes. So they give me money so that I can give money to Hedda, all these queens like give me money. It's insane. Well, we love you. And the theme of the show is trigger warning. And what we do is we all do a little trigger, what triggers us. And so I'll start. We'll go quickly. What triggers me is when the Pines decides that they're going to mop my exact ideas.
Yeah.
And then they like to pretend that we're from LA and we're really rich and we're going to do really unique, crazy, interesting things. And then they go, an underwear party. Like literally, I love to watch them fail every time they do this. So I've been doing this
they used to call it the jockstrap party.
Yes, back when those awful guys were doing it, it was awful.
And now they're calling it
bare minimum, which is what they mean about their audience.
Well,
right?
yeah, it's what to
the bare
expect
minimum
when you
people
go
show.
there. You should expect the bare minimum.
So what happens is every time someone buys it, that rotted whole thing over there, and I do like the Pines Boys. They're coming. A lot of them coming.
The
to your
Pines
show
Boys are great. The
They're great.
Pavilion is the triangle of sadness.
Totally. Exactly.
The best thing that could happen to the Pavilion is another fire.
Oh, my.
Totally. Great. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so every time they get a new owner, the new owner and I end up having some sort of conversation. I'm always like, look, let's work together. Counter program. So don't do Friday nights what I do, and Saturday nights go ham. Do what you want. Yeah. They always end up focusing so hard on Fridays and trying to take down Fridays that their Saturdays often are lacking. You meaning like the dance stuff. They always do this. This time, what numbnuts Tristan had dinner with me last year, wanted me to come over. I didn't necessarily want to go over, and then of course he's
ghosted us on two
I gotta
meetings.
go, on my private plane.
My private plane's landing.
The plane. So
I've got my 40 husbands running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, then I said, just don't do an underwear party because you're going to embarrass yourself. Because you bring out the beast, you wake the beast.
And he said, I'll show you embarrassing.
Exactly.
And he did it and
then
embarrassed
he did that.
himself.
Exactly. No, so then of course he's like, no, Daniel, we won't do it. And then of course they have to do it. So now my goal is to just watch him fail again miserably. And don't wake the beast. Be original. We're gay people. Why did we go from a creative class to a consumer class? Like, why is it suddenly we went from leaders to followers? Be creative. Do something where I go, I had thought of that.
That's my trigger too, though. Mine's very similar.
Jump on it. Jump on it.
About be original, be creative. What triggers me, if you go to a Queen show, okay, and I see many Queen shows in Provincetown, and instead of making a new video, like an original video, like I did with Dina, or like Dina makes genius videos, someone will put a Saturday Night Live clip in their show, and then expect people to pay. Because let's face it, when you do a show every minute, it's like a taxi meter, right? They're paying for every minute.
Yeah, totally.
And
to put Saturday Night Live videos in their show drives me insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And that happens, and then people laugh at it. That's the problem.
So who does that? You want to name some names?
Name some names. Come on.
Is it Rue Girls? No. Okay. Yeah, because most of the anyway.
Just originality.
That's a good to hear. If I saw that, I would like throw something at the screen.
Because you have to work hard to create material, and it and sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes you'll do a video and you end up scrapping it. Not for me, but for colleagues. You know what I mean? And so you work so hard, and sometimes it doesn't always work. You have to take a risk, and it just drives me crazy when people don't take a risk and just think, this will make someone laugh, and I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's wild. What about you, Adam? What's your trigger?
All right, I have to breathe and compose myself so I don't explode. But it kind of it spins off of everything you guys are saying. We've had the boot on our necks for so long that we are forgetting who is actually the problem, right? So we're accepting snakes in the garden. And I'll name names. I'll go back to somebody like Tristan, somebody who has never, ever fucking been a part of this community,
Right, totally.
who then gets a Wall Street Journal, a New York Times ad to call himself the CEO of everything fucking gay, and then does nothing good for the community. I know countless club owners, party producers, promoters, go-go boys, bartenders, general managers, owners, festival producers that are giving safe spaces and cultural relevance to our community. And then you have fuckers like this that will come in and people get all razzle-dazzled with the money and whatnot.
Right, totally.
And they're doing nothing good for us. We have a beautiful community over there that is starving. He bought the Abbey. What do? He moved the DJ booth to the center of the room because I'm all about symmetry. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit.
wow.
Do something
hate to
for
bring
the
this-
queer community.
I hate to bring this up, but he's actually me and Dina's new boss. So I am looking forward to seeing what he does.
Oh,
with
right,
the
because
place.
he
Yes.
partnered with the Crown and Anchor
So,
and then fired everyone.
Well, he kept me and Dina, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that. And I can't wait to see what he does with the community.
Yeah. Varla, I wish you the best with him. I really do. I would love to see him turn over a new leaf. I really
Maybe
would.
so.
I really would.
And
Well,
Provincetown, he has some great people working for him. Provincetown, I will say, and they are really, looking out for the community so far. So, maybe Provincetown will be a new time.
I hope
for
it
him
lasts.
To,
I
yes.
really hope it lasts.
I mean,
I really do.
even a broken clock is right twice a day. So, I love you. I can't wait to see the show tonight. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna get ready. It's also hotter than hell in
my
here. all of a
God.
sudden.
Hotter than hell in here.
It got hot in here.
I'll never be able to put my makeup on.
All right, you guys. Thanks for listening. Trigger warning. My name is Daniel Nardicio.
I'm Adam Klesh.
See you soon. Thank you so much.
Don't be a dick. Trigger Warning, hosted by Daniel Nardicio and Adam Meathammer Klesh, is a Pride House Media production and produced by Josh Rosenzweig. Please note, the views reflected in this podcast do not represent the views of Red Eye, the Ice Palace, or any of its subsidiaries. And any reference to scat, shrimping, upper deckers, skanks, masturbating, rump riding, wolf bagging, Cleveland steamers, jigglypuffing, rusty trombones, Cosby sweaters, Mexican pancakes, and Alabama hot pockets are the views of Mr. Nardicio and Mr. Klesh and his listeners, not the establishment. If you are offended, please seek immediate psychiatric attention.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And while you're there, leave us a rating and review. It really helps others discover the show. And if you didn't enjoy this episode, don't tell anyone.
Stay connected and join the conversation by following us on Trigger Warning Podcast.
And you can send us your questions or hate mail to triggered@triggerwarning.com.